This is just one of several options. You can have the buckle in the middle here, mess with the placement a little bit. This is the double. There's a wide one for big map cases or a rolled up wool blanket. And there's a singular one if you have some smaller books. And these straps also have 3 different sizes. These are the small. There's different lengths that you can cut these to with the templates. Tip the knife up higher so you're getting just the tip of it in there. If you lay it too flat, it's hard to get around corners. And you don't have to go all the way through at the first swipe either. You can start it and get the paper out of the way. And if you have any little discrepancies and bumps, if you use the back of the blade and just barely nick where it's sticking out, you can round it off a little cleaner. If you just force this through here, you could damage it a little bit. If you take your time, it pops through pretty easy. And that's just going to sit right there. You can put a little bit of moisture on the back if you want it to bend a little easier. But you could put glue and clip it so it holds it in place, or just sew it and get this one ready. And that's it for that part. You have a couple options. Do you want to do a D-ring off of this belt loop? So it'll go around the belt and just be this D-ring that will hang off your belt, and then the different parts for the book will just go through that as it's hanging from your belt. Or you can put a clip on there so it's easily removed from your belt. Just unclip your books. You don't have to unstrap it to get the books out. If you want to glue these tabs on, you can, and it's a good idea to scruff up this top surface a little bit so the glue adheres better. And I'll actually leave this side not glued because this will need to stay up, and it also is just a little bit off, so this raises up for that billet to go underneath there and for the buckle there. So I'll just glue this one side. So I go around the edge. You can sew these however you want. Go around the edge, but pop up in between the layers so I can come up to the next row of stitches. So same thing with this. I'll go around the edge, but pop up in between the layers so I can come through to the next row of stitches. So you can do this step before you glue these down to this back piece. But what you want to do is start stitching not down to here, but just threads through this single layer, because eventually when it's put together, you're going to want this to be able to slide underneath there. So I'll just go around to here. So this is the hole right here. So I'll come up with the back thread. And then when I go back down that hole, I'm going to start going through both layers, but you'll want to check. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make sure you get this right. I went around the edge twice. Another thing is, if you're having issues finding the hole from behind, if you just go from the front here, it's real easy to find that. When I got around to here, instead of coming across with both needles, I just came across with one. On the way back, the only thing you got to pay attention to, so the stitches look nice and have that angle to them, is every time you go down from the front, you want to be on one side so that it creates that angle. And then when you're coming up from the back, you want to make sure on the opposite. So I'm going to come on the bottom side. That way it will look like I came across with both needles, but I'm not having to tie extra knots and things. Having something like this on your finger can really help grab that needle and pull it through. If you're going through and really twisting it around, trying to get it through a hole that's a little too small, you're going to muddy up these holes quite a bit, and that leather's not going to look as clean. You can go over it with a burnisher and just smooth it out a little, but I find these things work really well. So I'll stop with both needles again at this corner and just go one needle back and come back. And I'll do the same thing at the end here. I'll come with both needles to here, but then just come to here with one needle and back so I can hide that knot right in there nice. Now I can just tie that knot, a little glue in there, and I only have double stitches where I want them. So you're going to decide which one you're going to use. If you're going to use just a single one of these, that one, and so forth. That's for like the double or small blankets. This will be for larger blankets and maps, things. Start by going through underneath and up. That way that secondary belt, which isn't used for all of these, it will go through underneath that. You're going to want to wait on this secondary belt. But first, if you're going to do the clips, you'll just add a D-ring onto these. If you're going to do just a D-ring, you want to add these belt loops right away. So I'll show first with the clips. Just going to add these D-rings on like that. And I'm just going to go loose to begin with so I can get that other belt loop around without struggling. That just holds it in place so I don't have to think about. Okay. You're going to want to come through both of these first. That way the buckle's right here and this billet will go through the buckle and then underneath as well, holding it nice. You can start tightening everything up. And then pop these to the top. You can just use a single one on this strap as well, but now when these are on your belt, this hooks right up.